Hey there, Derek here in Japan, and we're taking a look at a BMW 335 M-Technic edition. This is the two-door coupe, 2.5 liter, and this one's very special because it has just 34,000 original kilometers on it. This one here is a left-handed drive model. I think all the M-Technics actually were left-hand drive. And condition of the car is pretty good. It looks like something that wasn't driven, was left in a garage, driven every once in a while. Still needs some restorations, but a good starting place. And with that low of mileage, you can never get the mileage back on a car. You can repaint it, you can replace the interior, you can do whatever you want, but as long as that chassis has higher mileage, it's not going to be the same. Close this up, engine, no problems, oil, coolant, everything looks fine. You see that badge just peeling. Okay. Now the E30s are looking better and better every year. That's why the M3s are so expensive, and hence the reason why the M-Technics have come up in price. The M-Technic has a kind of a sporty look to it, a bunch of bespoke pieces. Just going to switch the engine off here and go over the oxygen inspection sheet before we show the rest of it. Now I do prefer to do these reports when it's not raining, but it's supposed to be raining for the next 5 days, and I really can't spare the time. It's been raining now for 2 months. It's been crazy here. It's so weird. And then other parts of the world are on fire. My hometown had 45-degree weather recently. It's insane. Anyways, you get a wet car here. I shot half the report before it started raining. I was hoping to get all of it done before the rain came down, but look at that. Wet roof and wet Derek. So I'll just translate this for you. It's a 1989 BMW 3 Series 325i M-Technic. There's actually a 2.5 liter, which is this one, and a 2 liter. The 2.5 gives you, of course, a little bit more power. This is an aux-rated 4. It says interior C. I'd say other than a few minor things, well, maybe not so minor. Maybe it's closer to a B. So 33,686 kilometers, that is authentic. Automatic transmission, alloy wheels, power steering, power windows. This is original Japan car in left-hand drive. That's right, in Japan you can buy cars left or right-hand drive, depending on the car, of course. Mostly Euro cars are going to come in left-hand drive. No Japanese cars will come in left-hand drive here. So it's original black two-tone with black and the gray. And the report here says audio has been removed. That's true. Dashboard cracked. There are 3 cracks in it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now this is left-hand drive, so you can use a US bumper to swap it out if you needed to, which is really good. If you're buying a Japanese car that's right-hand drive, that would be a struggle. Exterior has some paint repair marks. Really only this back fender and the hood, and I'll get to that in a second. Rear seat upper area has been ripped. This is one of the things I was saying, it's not so bad, but then I changed my mind. So, these have special seats for the M-Technic. You can see that logo that sits in them. And the top of the seats, right up here, has been sunburnt and has ripped. Right there and over here. Let's see if I can get a better view of it there. Okay, you can stitch that up. It's outside of the way of most people's view, but you can see it through the back window here. Okay. These seats are lovely. These are the best conditioned M-Technic seats that I've seen. Okay, what else we got? Underside surface rust corrosion and has been painted. It's dark. I took pictures with my camera. I took like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pictures of the underside. I'm not sure if I can see all the corrosion. Very small scratches, small dents, and paint wave. AC doesn't work. That's true. Has been tested. And then that's it. Front bumper, paint fade and paint cracked. The cover part of the rear bumper is missing. A crack on a tail light. W3 is a poor repaint, and then small paint comes up here on the hood. I'm just going to put this down here. I will say that when I got it, there was this. It looks like little bits of a plastic thing, like a brake light switch or something like that, that goes underneath where the pedals are. Obviously it's not a brake light switch because the brake lights are not on. Okay, so let's do a once round, and let's look at the GR Yaris down there. Woo! Knock this leaf off.
Okay, so the E30. E30 is the first 3 Series that, actually it is the first 3 Series, isn't it? What else did they make? There was a 3.0, and then they went right into the 3 Series for the E30. I think that's right. Okay, so you can see these BBS wheels on it. Those are original equipment for the M-Technic version. You can see the lowered suspension there. Again, original. Also, you get different side cladding and different bumpers and scuff plates and seats and steering wheel and this cool dual layer spoiler. So it has a spoiler and a wing, both integrated in it, sort of like the Nismo version of the GTR wing. Okay, let's continue around. And BMW guys go nuts for this car. It's so weird. We get asked about it quite frequently. We don't sell an awful lot, and the price has kind of doubled in, let's say, 5 years. 5 or 8 years maybe. And so that's the thing, is people want to grab these while they're still available, while you can still get them. Because for a lot of people this is seen as something that can be an investment, which is weird to think. Cars usually are one of the worst investments you can make, but if you get them at the right age and the right type of car, they can certainly gain in value. And we're seeing that a lot now with vehicles from the 80s and 90s. Okay, so you get here, Headlight has the projector in it. You can see the M badge there off to the side. You also get fog lights down here and functional brake cooling ducts. That's kind of hard to say. Okay, the hood has some bad paint on it in a few places. Might be hard to show you, but here's one of them right here. Watch when you can see kind of the pilling. Now, I think it's just a poor quality paint. I don't think it's paint comes up or paint bubbles. I think it's just poor quality paint. And there are 2 other spots like that. I got much better pictures and video of it before it started raining this much, so you can go take a look at that. Okay, front bumper. It has some scuffs on the very underside, like right here. And it is dirty right now, so pardon me. There is some cracking of the paint around this fog light. Okay, going down this side, we are really good. Really good all the way until you get to this back fender, and you won't be able to see it because it's all wet now, but I did get again another video of it before it got wet. You can actually kind of see it now when I'm looking at the screen. So it's kind of bum paint. Now it said W3. It might be somewhere between a W2 and a W3. Of course, W3 being the worst quality of those two. Okay, it runs 195 tires on it. The back bumper cover piece that's missing is right here. So it's the tow hook cover. Again, a pretty easy part to get. Let's look here. I didn't actually find the crack on the tail light, so see if I can see that. There it is, right there. And then these ones are foggier than these ones. The M badge is a little bit faded, but it is the authentic one. And here you can get a better look of how that 2-piece spoiler works. And it is kind of an aggressive, even though it's not that far off of the hood, it's kind of an aggressive angle for this era and for this amount of boxiness. Okay, the only aftermarket piece that I could find on the car are these rain railings here, which are on a lot of Japanese cars. Maybe not so many German cars of the era. And then more damage, we have some paint fade up here. This isn't on the body, it's on the window trim piece. And then some cracked paint here, a separated piece here, and some cracked paint down here. This door was very hard to open. I don't think anyone has ever opened this door after the car was bought. Now I've opened it. It should be pretty easy to open. It was like stuck in there just with dust or whatever accumulates over time. The rest of the body, basically perfect. Let's go to the interior now. And an E30 interior in good condition is now getting pretty hard to find. These are cars from the 80s. They are pushing 40 years old now. Door cards, excellent. Interior has that cracked dashboard and ripped seats. Besides that, this is the special bespoke steering wheel, and it's in excellent condition. Gauge set here is good. There are no warning lamps on there. Here's the center stack. All of this is just regular 3 Series stuff. Okay. Seats. Excellent. This piece here extends if you have longer legs like I do. It's also a dump style seat, so the hinges here in the back can go down. Kind of a cool thing. Volkswagens and BMWs had this. Big bolstering, special logos on them. Okay, easy to get into the back because these giant doors, very, very easy to step in there. And despite being a small car by today's standards, like if you park one of these next to one of the modern 3 Series, you'll be surprised at how small this car is. It's still pretty easy to fit in there 4 adults. Headliner. Looking good actually. Okay. There's a cool little display up here. Brake lights, low beams, engine oil, rear lights, washer fluid, license plate, coolant, check, and overheat. Cool. Excuse me. Rust-wise, I couldn't find any anywhere. There's also cracked paint here. Okay, so that's all we have to say about this one. Now, if you're the owner of this car, please let me know if you want anything reshot because of the rain, because we can do that if you want. But you have to let me know quickly because we're trying to get cars out as quickly as we can, and I might want to shoot that at the port if I go to the port before it gets exported. Do let me know. Oh, I love that. They only sell them in 3 colors though, white, black, and red for the GR Yaris. Okay, that's all for this guy. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, thank you so much and have a good day.